Hey there guys, CrossFlux here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Cookie Run OvenBreak. In the last episode, we took care of 2 more cookie trials, and today's episode, I'm probably going to say bye to this Christmas background lobby, because, holidays have been over for a little while now. I just wanted to harness that last little bit of Christmas spirit. So, if you go here to this menu in the center, you can actually change which cookie is present and which background lobby to use. Now you have to unlock some of these lobbies, and obviously you have to unlock the cookies, but it's kind of a built-in affection system. So I'm actually going to go back to the default of the Witch's Kitchen, since, I don't know, I'll save the other lobbies for later on in the Let's Play. Alright, and now I'll go ahead and change a cookie up as well. I decided to start the video with Carrot because, I don't know, I like Carrot's design, but I'm going to try and do a different cookie for each episode. That way it kind of mixes it up. But you see, there's actually an affection system built into the game. There's that bar above Popcorn Cookie's head here that's maxed out because, well, I've maxed out her affection because I've used her so much. So, as you level up a cookie's affection, this is independent of their regular level, mind you, you unlock certain benefits and jelly shapes to use as well. Which, that being said, the jellies that you collect in the stage can be changed to different skins. Of course, different cookies get costumes as well, so we'll take a look at that over on the left-hand side near the bottom, the costume shop. So, as you can see, there are tons of costumes and alternate skins for various cookies. I don't have a lot of the best ones because they usually require money. Like, look at this cheesecake costume. My goodness, that's gorgeous. I at least, thankfully, have this awesome costume for my Moonlight Cookie, which you saw in the few episodes ago. But you can scroll down here, and just about every cookie has at least 2 costumes, if not 3, depending on how popular they are. But costumes are not just aesthetic, but they often offer a slight boost to how the cookie scores. See, this Wizard Cookie's costume grants you an additional 300 points for every ice cream jelly that you collect with him. So, another neat thing that I like about this is you can actually wear costumes and have the bonus effects separately. So you can purchase a costume for the bonus effect, and then if you didn't like the costume, like for example, I'm not a big fan of like Cherry Cookies here, her beachy costume. I could use her default costume but still get the effect of having the costume. So that's a neat touch. Also, I know the structure of this video is a little weird, I kind of just jumped into things, but basically I'm going to go over the gacha system, the level up mechanics, that kind of stuff. You know, how the game actually works on the player's end of things. So, let's move on to the gacha, which is in the top left corner of the screen. This is how you are mostly going to unlock cookies and pets and treasures and all sorts of stuff. It's the bread and butter of how the game works as far as making progress. So, if you recall from that breakout episode, I ran with a lot of cookies and most of them were maxed out. So, obviously I was able to make it to the end of breakout, but you guys probably aren't if you're going to be starting out. In fact, you'll be lucky to make it through a couple stages. So, you need to buy cookie chests, which will hold sometimes new cookies and sometimes copies of cookies, which is kind of like an experience gauge. And when a cookie's ready for level up, you have to spend coins to do that. However, to buy new cookies and stuff like that, you need to spend this currency here, diamonds. This is more or less Cookie Run's premium currency that you see in a lot of different mobile games. So, I don't know, I don't normally like premium currency in a game, but I think Cookie Run does a good job at handling it. Because, yes, you can buy diamonds with real money, and you can buy coins with real money as well. I don't know really why you would want to do that, because coins are pretty prevalent. But that being said, you usually get a lot of diamonds just by playing the game, doing daily quests and, you know, partaking in certain events. They're very generous at giving you diamonds. So as long as you know what you're going for and you save your diamonds, you usually don't need to pay anything. In fact, I've been playing this game for a little over 2 years now, and I've only spent Google Play money on it. I haven't actually spent real money on this game yet, and I feel bad about that because I love this game to death. So maybe next Christmas or my birthday or something, I'll get some money and buy something for myself, just to support Dev Sisters, because I really enjoy what they're doing. But I've kind of gone through the cookies, the pets, and the treasures. So let's take a look here real quick. So I'm going to pretend to buy the special treasure draw. So the most expensive package is what I would recommend you do, because usually you have the option to partially select what kinds of stuff you're at least more likely to get. So for example, in this treasure draw, you can select from 5 different treasures of any kind, and you'll have a higher chance at getting those. So again, there's a random element to it. You know, this is how mobile games work. This is how they get you to buy more and more and more, so they make money. So it's a bit of a scummy tactic in my opinion, but again, the way Dev Sisters handle it, they're pretty reasonable. So I give them a pass in that regard. Now let's head back to the main menu and take a look at my cookie list, because I'm going to briefly go over all the different cookies in this game because I have all of them unlocked. So you can kind of peruse them, and I'll show you how the level up mechanic works and stuff like that. Now for those of you who kind of already know Cookie Run, maybe you've played, maybe you've seen someone play, maybe you just don't care about how the game works from a functional point of view, definitely stay tuned to the end of the episode. I am going to be making some actual progress, so you have something interesting to look forward to at the end. I just want to cover my bases and, you know, talk about the game from an honest perspective. So for example here, my cinnamon cookie, I have him leveled up all the way. Of course his pet isn't maxed out all the way, but honestly I recommend leveling up cookies over pets. You know, unlock the pet, that way the cookie can have their combi bonus with them. But if you ask me, when it comes to just playing the game from a casual perspective, definitely prioritize leveling up cookies over pets and even treasure. When you get to a more competitive side of things, that changes. Definitely prioritize treasures over pets still. So the order I would go is cookie, treasures, pets. I don't like that treasures are so important. I think they should just augment how you play a particular cookie just a little bit. But the way the game's designed now, treasures are honestly a really big deal. So you'll see that some of these treasures have like little notches and like golden bars. Obviously that's separate, well I guess it's not so obvious, but it's separate from their level up system. A treasure's maximum level is 12, but you can advance it further by using these treasure advancement tickets. And that will either grant the treasure a unique extra ability, or it'll just act as like another level up and just make it better at what it already did. Alright, next up I'm going to cover the quests. You can access this in the top right corner of the screen with that little bat looking icon. So there's all kinds of different quests you can do. There's a main slew of quests for pertaining to cookies and pets, trophy race, and treasures. So I'll take a look at this real quick just to show you the kinds of stuff that you'll be expected to do. Obviously when you're starting the game, these quests will be easy and the rewards will not be so great. But there's still stuff I haven't even done, as you can see here. I haven't enhanced 30 treasures all the way to grade 6 yet. But I get a nice little pet egg if I manage to do that. So I'll get there eventually. If you're playing this game, you're in it for the long haul. It's kind of like an MMO in that regard, where you're expected to put in a lot of time and effort. Which I don't mind if the game is fun. And I thoroughly enjoy Cookie Run, and I don't really see it as a slog. I really just wind down the end of the day by playing some Cookie Run. It's a lot of fun. Up next, to the left, you have daily quests. As the name would imply, these change from day to day, and you'll usually be greeted with an information of what today's daily quests are when you start the game up. So it's pretty simple. It lists you a task, you manage to do it, and then you come here and check it off and you'll get a reward. And then finally, you have jelly missions, which are like pseudo daily quests as well. They're even easier to complete, but you only get like 4 a day, except once you've used one, they kind of recharge on a timer basis. And, you know, very simple rewards, but it gives you incentive to keep playing the game at least a little bit every day. Alright, now, events, obviously this is going to change as time progresses. I'm still playing, I'm recording this at the end of December, so this is why there's still some Christmas themed events, so you're getting a little flashback to how the game used to be before I upload this Let's Play. Depending on what time of year it is, there's a lot of events, or maybe just a handful. But events can change all the time, and whenever a new event comes out, I will be making a new video to go over said event. That way, you know, it keeps the game fresh, and this is going to be an ongoing series. So even once I've covered most of the basic parts of the game, like all the story missions, that kind of stuff, I'll still be continuously uploading Cookie Run content in the foreseeable future. So that's not going to change anytime soon unless something catastrophic happens or Cookie Run gets shut down or something like that. So hope it doesn't come to that. But that's really kind of all the nuts and bolts I really wanted to get into for right now. I've kind of rambled on long enough. Let's get on to some actual content. Let's head back into Trophy Race and take on the next land. So I've already set up my team that I want to use for Land 3. Let's go ahead and click it down here. So once we reach the edge of the Jellybug Forest, we reach the Faraway Ocean, the coastline. Completing this land will allow you to unlock Ninja Cookie, which is a pretty good cookie. It's an early released one, but he or she, I'm actually not sure of the gender on this one. They got a buff not too long ago, so they're actually still kind of viable depending on the stage. But let's go ahead and, well, before I practice, let's actually take a look at the cookies that we're going to be running with today. I've decided to go with Orange Cookie as my main because she's the better cookie of the two that I've decided to use. As you can tell from her level, I don't put a lot of points into her because, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of Orange Cookie, but I know she has a lot of fans. She is a tennis player, and she will spike orange balls to destroy obstacles. You can't find another cookie as zesty as Orange. She enjoys all outdoor activities, especially on a sunny day. The sunscreen ingredient inside of her is the secret to her perfect tan. She's always full of positive energy, and just being with her makes others happy. Her smashes are getting stronger every time. Perhaps it's because of her childhood friend? Ooh, maybe a rival of some sort. Alright, and our relay cookie is Yoga Cookie. So I actually kind of like the idea of Yoga Cookie. She is a pretzel. And so, you know, there are two different kinds of pretzels. You've got the snacking kind of crunchy ones, and you've got the softer ones, which, side note, I've never actually had a soft pretzel. I'm gluten-free now, so I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be able to get the chance to do that. But, yeah, it's something I kind of miss. So, Yoga Cookie's declared aim in life is to overcome her crunchy existence. To achieve this completely, one must clear mind, body, and soul through continuous training and a strict diet. And, of course, running with a bright smile is also part of the training. Since Yoga Cookie must eat plenty of jellies to keep her gelatin level balanced, she's always in need of fresh jellies. During her intense concentration, she reaches a point of awakening, where superficial matters are of no importance. At this point, she is able to break through her cookie-cutter limits. She has transcended all of reality and becomes super floppy and flexible. So, see what I mean? How they take an interesting concept of pretzels and they combine it with a concept like yoga and being flexible. I thought that was really neat. But enough of me just rambling on. Let's get on with it. Alright, so in real life, I'm not really a big fan of coastal environments. I mean, I guess like really tropical environments I'm kind of a fan of. But just like regular beaches and whatnot, I'm not normally a big fan of. But I really like the aesthetic of them in Cookie Run. It just has this really nice, upbeat, kind of harbory feel. And again, I think I've mentioned this earlier in the Let's Play, but the music all throughout this game really make me think of Mario and Luigi, the RPG kind of spin-off series. Oh yeah, nice spike there. Alright, so Orange Cookie's a lot of fun to play. There's a better cookie in my opinion that does kind of what she does, but a little bit better. And we'll get to her eventually. But Orange Cookie is a nice introductory cookie, just like many of the first epic level cookies that you'll probably unlock. Ooh, there we go, I had a little transition there. Alright, so I decided to go with the Bubble Wave Treasure. I usually like putting this on anytime I know I'm going to run in a coastal, watery kind of environment, just because it really helps fit the mood of waves crashing over the cookie as they're running past. It's actually a really neat treasure in its own right, too. Not only does it destroy a lot of obstacles, but it also bubbles jellies that it passes through, making them worth more points. Oh, and that's a little something right there with Orange Cookie. Even though I did a double jump to trigger her spike, she didn't get enough air, and so she wasn't able to complete the animation. So even though you do a double jump to activate her ability, you still have to make sure that you're going to have enough air time to actually have the spike go off. So that'll kind of get in the way sometimes depending on the stage. And I didn't pay attention to the rickety bridge and fell right through. Oh well, mistakes happen. Alright. Now there was this brief period of time in which those coin magic jellies, the things that turn all obstacles into coins, there was a brief period of time that I can recall when they made an update in the patch that made it so that all those coins would instantly be attracted to you. And shortly afterwards they took that out. So I'm not sure if it was like a mistake or if they intended to do it and then they just changed their mind. So I don't really know what happened behind the scenes there, but I kind of wish they'd bring it back. Like, I kind of get why they would take it away. I guess it cuts down on coin production a little bit as far as grinding coins so that you're able to level up your cookies and whatnot. But I don't know, it still didn't get that much more coins than you normally would. It was just really satisfying to have all those coins be instantly attracted to you. Kind of in a similar manner to those orange pulp jellies that are being attracted to Orange Cookie after she spikes that ball. Alright, we may have taken a misstep. It looks like we're at the bottom of the ocean now, so I guess we fell off at the end of the pier. Maybe cookies can swim? Can cookies swim? I mean, they're baked goods. I assume they don't want to get wet. But again, this is a world in which cookies are sentient, so who knows? That also reminds me, I'm not entirely sure if cookies are meant to be life-sized, like, they're just a race of people and they just happen to be cookies, or if they are legitimately cookie-sized and, like as big as a human hand, something like that. Because depending on the certain backgrounds, like in the witch's oven stages, you can see super giant utensils, seeming to imply that the cookies really are just cookie-sized. And other obstacles and animals that you'll encounter seem to be a lot bigger than they probably should be. So I think cookies are meant to be, well, cookie-sized. But I don't know, just the way the world works, like, cookies do a lot in this world as well. So how did they start? Who makes them? Because it's implied that the witch baked a lot of these cookies, but it's also implied that the witch didn't bake a lot of the cookies. So are there other humans in this world baking cookies? Can cookies reproduce? Who knows? Just the many mysteries of the cookie world. And little jealous of Yoga Cookie's flexibility there. But I think you guys have heard enough of my voice for one day, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Thanks so much for watching, and definitely stay tuned in the next episode where we'll get a lot more accomplished than in this one. So I apologize if today's episode was a bit boring in comparison to the others, but it's something that I feel had to get discussed, so it was just a matter of time of getting it out of the way. It's like a band-aid, you gotta rip it off. So I figured sooner is better than later. But anyways, you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time.